How much do you love her? How much do you love him? Baby, don't hurt me.
No.
Oh, no, it's you.
No.
But see, you didn't do anything.
What's love got to do?
Got to do with it.
What's love?
But a second-hand emotion.
Okay, we're going to leave that for Tina Turner.
I don't know what you're talking about. That was the best remix ever.
But what is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
What is love?
What is love? If you look up love in the dictionary, it goes along the lines of something like deep immense affection, something like that. But I can say, babe, I love you. I can also say, I love this bottle of wine. But it has two totally different meanings. Like, two totally different meanings. I don't love this wine like I love you.
Well, that's good.
So, does love hurt? Mm-hmm. Does love fail? Does love cheat? Does love lie? Is love jealous? Is love blind? Is love fake? And I'm going to steal some Def Leppard lyrics. Does love bite?
For sure.
Does love bleed? Mm. Does love bring you to your knees?
God, I hope so.
But I think love's so much more than that. Love is powerful. Love is magical. Love is forgiving and patient. Love is coming up to the study at midnight or till midnight, sharing some bottles of wine and deep conversation. Love is embracing me when I come home from a long work day. Love is beautiful.
What is love?
So, Mr. Schmidt, Mystic of Texas, what is love?
Man, big question. I've been thinking about this for the past couple of days when we said it was going to be our topic this week. And love is so it's encompassing, and it's overused.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, it's not. You know, when we hear people, and we've experienced it, y'all have all experienced it, you get into a new relationship, and you're like, ooh, have you used the L word yet? Is it love yet? But then what does that mean? Like you were saying, you love the bottle of the wine, but loving the bottle of wine doesn't equate to the love to me. It's the same way with children. Like you tell your kids, I tell my boys, I love y'all. And each one of those words, like the word is different in each way. Like I love Jacob in a way I can't love Klaus. And I love Klaus in a way I can't love Jacob. And same with Umberto and with my other boy and with everybody. I love you different than I love them. And we're so limited by the vocabulary. We're so limited in these words of expression that the default word is love. And wow, love is confusing. Love can it be unconditional? Is something that I was thinking about. Like we fall in love. Perfect example, I think, is building a life with your spouse. Everybody has seen this. Most people have experienced it. That you start to build this life and you're adamantly, passionately in love. You can't touch each other enough. You can't be with each other enough. You can't talk to each other enough. And then all of a sudden,
that goes away.
Yeah, it just fades away. And then all of a sudden it turns into another emotion, which
Lost in emotion.
Well, sing it, baby, sing it. So it just twists and turns. And so is love fleeting? Is love fading? I firmly believe that just with everything in life, if you don't maintain a thing, the thing no longer exists. Whether it's love, whether it's the home you live in, whether it's your yard, whether it is, I love you, whether it is anything, your business, your...
Well, you mentioned unconditional love. We've had conversations with, I don't remember what it was about, but her dad only loved her when she did certain things, so it was more of a conditional love. It wasn't unconditional. And then you're walking in your cigar room just a second ago before we started, and you're like, I love this humidifier. And I'm like, do you really love it?
Right.
I know you like it.
I like it a lot.
But do you love it?
I don't really love it. I love that it works. So that it's an overused term because we are so, thanks public schools.
Well, so is hate.
I don't know how to articulate myself enough because I am. Thanks, Mom, Dad. This public school nonsense. Yeah, we don't articulate ourselves well enough, and so we just use these overused words.
Just like hate. I hate this. I hate that. I hate you. Blah blah blah.
And those words have vibrations and meaning. So we're like, there's countless, I say countless, there's quite a few scientific studies where people measure the energy around you, and whenever you use words like love or hate, there's a measurable difference in the energy that comes out of you. Even if the word is overused, the energy still is the same, whether or not you are concentrating on love or hate. So we should really be careful in how we communicate ultimately. But love is tricky.
Love is tricky. And love shouldn't have to hurt.
But it will.
Love shouldn't have to hurt, but it does. I mean.
But does it hurt because of jealousy? Does it hurt because of our own insecurities?
Well, so you get in a fight with your partner.
Put them up.
I don't want any trouble. You learn your partner's had an affair. I mean, it gets you right in the core. I mean, it is a stabbing pain. I mean, there's nights that you go to sleep and you can't sleep, you can't eat. I mean, it is painful, it hurts. But when we discussed that this was our topic, I mentioned abuse, people that are abused. That's their form of love. That's what they look for. They feel like their partner loves them because that's what they do to them. So they seek that. Like, that's their definition of love.
Yeah, well, that's a form of attraction. I would rather be comfortable in this definition of love than comfortable in a healthier, truly happy form of love, because if that's all you've known is verbal abuse, physical abuse, then that's what makes you feel good. That's what makes you, that's your endorphins. You're like, oh, well, he loves me. He just beat me.
Yeah, we had a guest here not too long ago that said that's what she looks for because that's what she's had. That's her love.
Thing, yeah. We end up creating these vicious cycles that happen in our own lives, and we many times attract the worst things because that is what we're used to. And until we learn how to break away from that and discover the bigger, like, love is just so powerful. Like, I don't really love my humidor. I do love it. But I don't love it.
Like, you could live without that.
Maybe. I don't know. God.
That's a tough one. Cigars and wine, I don't know.
It's really difficult.
This is a competition right here.
Yeah, see, cigars. Well, what is love? I struggle with the unconditional love thing. You know, because I think all of us, when I say all of us, the majority of us, I would like to believe, have good, loving moms. And my mom is and has been fantastic with all of her human flaws. So she has, no matter what, always been there for me. And I've been there for her, and we have been a mutual support. You know, we're 19 years apart, so she always liked to say we grew up together.
I say the same thing with Emily.
Yeah, so we have this relationship, and when I tell my mom I love her, like, that is way different than saying I love you to you all day and when I go to bed. Like, there's so many different slices of love and what it means. And do I love my mother unconditionally? Man, in my mind and in my heart, I'm thinking, well, yeah, I do. I don't, like, has she done things to hurt me? Have I done things to probably hurt her? I would imagine yes. But that doesn't negate or, like, dissolve in any way my love and affection for her. So, unconditional. Maybe if she did something so horrific, I would I would dislike the act, but I would not dissolve the
Not
love.
love her.
Right. I go, okay, you really, really did something bad there. I don't like that. That was bad. But I still love you. I still love what you are and what you represent to me. So, it's so tough. But then you could look at friendships. I mean, all of us have friendships that come and go. And when you have a big family like mine, well, you have siblings in your life that come and go. And they come and go, like you love them, like I love all of them. Even though I really like to have open space with quite a few of them, I still wish them well and I love them. But at particular times, energies don't match. So love can be repulsive as well. It can push away. You can say like, yeah, until something is elevated, then no.
I don't think there's anything, and I just have racked my brain on this at times. I don't think there's anything my kids can do that I would be like, I don't love you anymore. I mean, there would be things that would be tough to get past, like if they turned into a murderer.
Yeah, that would be kind of tough.
But I would still like they're part of me. They're me and half of me.
Right.
So I don't think there's anything they could do that I wouldn't love them unconditionally.
Yeah, so siblings have a different level of love. Good moms and good dads have a different level of love. If I put them on levels, like I really enjoy my dad. Like I think my dad's awesome and I've learned some things from him. And I appreciate him. And Pops, if you're watching, I love you.
He still wants that lunch date.
Yeah, I still want you to pay for lunch. Still ready for lunch. Asshole.
Love you, Pops.
Yeah. But the level of attention, maybe, the level of time spent growing and learning and through the struggles of life, he wasn't there as much as my mother. So my mother was the sustenance of figuring out life. So the roots and the deeper connections are with her and not as much with him, even though I have really deep, meaningful roots with my dad. And I love my dad. So I love him and I love my mom, but things are more, I don't want to say complex, but they're more intricate. So what is love? What is love?
Why does love fade?
Man, I think, I don't know. I've thought about this a lot. Love is, well...
Is it really love that fades, though?
Yeah, great question. What if, like when a new love, like we get into a new relationship and all of a sudden you realize, because the energies were so good, like they were so powerful.
You have those dopamine releases and all those feel-good hormones and
then all of a sudden you start to discover things about them.
They're not flawless.
Yeah, not only are they not flawless, they are diametrically opposed to things that you either have thought about or have you been propagandized to believe, or whether you have searched and know and understand your beliefs. They are different from that. So all of a sudden these little nuances start creating, and it's like plaque on your teeth, if you don't brush, all of a sudden, it gets nasty and blah. It's just a strange thing. So is that love? I don't think so. I don't think you can define that as love, but a lot of people do.
Well, just that podcast we were watching the other day with Danica and what's the guy? Michael
Singer, yeah.
Singer.
Oh man,
Michael
that
Singer.
dude is really awesome. If y'all don't know Michael Singer, that is great.
Untethered Soul, great book.
Yeah, and Danica did a great job on that interview. If y'all don't know Danica Patrick's podcast, I don't watch every one, but I do watch them occasionally. And they're
Very intelligent.
They're very good.
But anyway, he mentioned in that podcast that the honeymoon phase wears out. I mean, for most people, that is the case. After those feel-good hormones die off and the nuances that come out that you're not attracted to, and some people just like that new feeling. And after 6 months to a year, they're done with that relationship. They're moving on to the next good feeling.
Yeah.
But why is that?
I don't know. I subscribe to the notion and the idea and the strong belief system that there are infinite possibilities in monogamy.
I love that.
I think that is true, and I think it is wonderful. I think that people can have wonderful relationships and deep, meaningful, probably on the same level or maybe better. I don't know. If you're a swinger, or if you like this or that, I mean, there's a million different relationships that people can subscribe to, and that's all good for them. I think there are just infinite possibilities in monogamy, and since I do not have an infinite amount of time, I want to just explore those infinite possibilities.
And I want to help.
I just think that is a much better idea because for me, for a whole lot of reasons, which is a whole other podcast, it makes more sense for me. I think I feel more comfortable in it. Is that love? Or is that, I mean, that's definitely not love, I don't think. I think that is some sort of internal need or want that I personally have that has nothing to do with love, but all of a sudden it is attached to love in our relationship because I attached it. And then you came to this relationship and you had that own baggage of same thing.
Yeah,
it just merged in that way.
Yeah, I had grandparents that were married for over 50 years. My parents have been married for over 50 years. Like, I went into marriage thinking I would be married indefinitely.
Yeah, I did too. And that is, strange.
Yeah, that's what happens when you make plans.
All plans go to shit. It doesn't matter what they are. Not that they go to shit, they just dissolve into something else. They morph into other things. And plans are only as good in that 1 second because the next second, everything's different.
Yeah. Have an idea, but just don't make plans. Have an idea where you want it to go?
Manifestation. Yeah, what is love? Man, I even wrote down notes. I was like thinking, what love is not? Like, I don't think love is jealousy. I didn't write down jealousy. I just said what love is not. And I think love is not jealous.
But is it?
Yeah, well, no, I don't think love is.
Well, love's not.
I think the purification of love, like if we could just filter it out, run it through a bunch of coffee filters and then put it out. And
it shouldn't be.
It's just this beautiful light. And if you need to fly away from me, I should only think, what a wonderful time we had together. I cherish that time. I'm never going to be able to get any other time back, like from any of my life's experiences. So I should cherish them. The bad ones, the good ones, all of them. You were a part of that, so if you needed to fly away, I should relish and cherish that and let you fly away, even though that's going to be a little...
I want to sing again.
A little painful. Yeah, but sing. What do you got to do? She's always singing lyrics of every song. She's a jukebox. And I love it.
I'm going to spare you.
What is it? What song?
I'm like a bird. I'll fly away.
That is so funny. Yeah.
Anyway.
So I don't think love can be jealous. True love, like if you're totally in tune with yourself.
Well, I have a question. What do you think about the couples with joint Facebook pages?
Never thought about it before.
Is that a jealous thing, or is that a trust thing, or?
Maybe they just don't care. Maybe they don't like Facebook enough, and they were too lazy to make separate pages. Or maybe one was so controlling over the other that they had to make sure. Or maybe, I don't know. I use Facebook to put our podcast out to my friends and people in the local area so they'll come join us on Sundays for our conversations. I don't use it for anything else, so I don't know what people...
That seems like a jealousy issue to me.
Probably is. Well, good on them. Who is John Galton?
I'm about to figure this out.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well,
36% in?
Well, I just think, jealousy. I'm just sitting here looking at my stuff. Sacrifice. I think love is
full of sacrifice.
But a sacrifice that it's like maybe swimming on your belly in salt water, or on a surfboard where you're just laying on it. You can just ride over it. It's not a sacrifice. It's, hey, I'm enjoying this. I can figure out how to make sacrifices that I do or that I want to do, and make them good for the person that I love, whether it's in a relationship or a son, a daughter. Like we can coast through. We don't have to stand up, waist and chest deep, while waves are coming at us and let them knock us back. When all we have to do is just go horizontal and just coast right over them. I don't have to be, oh, me man, me Kevin, where I can bust through them. Well, that just doesn't work very well.
Is that sacrificing or compromising? Or is that kind of the same
I think
thing?
it's the same thing, or pretty close. I don't know the difference. Thanks, public schools. I think there's a way where we can learn how, as people, to coast over all these troubles instead of trying to figure out to bust through them, just rip through them. Yeah, that's too much trouble. It's too much energy. It's too much. It's too much. It's just too much. Let it go, man. Just lay on your back. Just go over the waves. It's gonna be okay.
That's so peaceful.
Yeah, so much more peaceful than standing there going, "Come on, I can take you on. Bring it on." You know, I mean, that's fine too. There's moments for that, of course, but man, it's so much easier to go, nah. I just would rather, if you're over there in the calm, well, hell, I'm gonna be calm too. Let's just go vertical and just belly all the way over there. Yeah, it seems so much nicer. I think love is so complex, and the word is so overused.
Definitely overused.
And, you know, from did I use the L word? How much do you love her? How much do you love him? Like what? I think we should be very careful with how we use the word love. Like me with my humidor today. You know, I love this thing. And I don't love that thing. I really enjoy this thing. I'm really glad that that works. And it works well. I'm glad this new one that I got works well. But I don't love it. I'm not going to go in there and cuddle with it tonight and go, I love you. No, I'm not doing that. I don't love it. Words are important. We should be more cognizant of how we use them. And tell people genuinely when you love them.
Oh, for sure.
Because that just builds that love, bond, and connection more when it comes from a place of, you know, when it comes from a place of meaning. But we're all very responsible in a hurry saying to people that we love, okay, love you, see you later. Which I think is good. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I think that's healthy too. But that also can be a compensation for never saying it meaningfully. Like almost an excuse for whenever you are alone or with your kids or me with my boys or mom or just, hey, I love you.
Yeah.
Like that's a big difference from, hey, I love you, I'll talk to you later.
Well, you just never know when it's going to be your last time to say it, so it's important to express it.
Yeah, and to say it from deep.
You don't want regrets.
Yeah, you want it deep inside you to come out like, my love is whatever this is for me, whatever my definition of love is, and all of its beauty and glory and power. Just, I love you. I want you to feel it. I want you to just bathe in it. Just love this love.
That's for another podcast, babe.
See you later. Yeah, so what is love?
Who is John Galt?
Well, y'all should read Atlas Shrugged if you want to find out that one. Well, thank y'all for joining us. And it's really important for us, at least, that you would like and subscribe and join us. Go visit our website at mysticsoftexas.com. And more importantly, if you are in the local area, come by and see us. We do this every Sunday at 1:30, sometimes with wine, sometimes without, always with cigars. So come see us. We'll see you.